workout, day 22. Got my little gloves on ready. Took out some range here of weights and kettlebells to get ready. Took out these, but then I realized I'm not gonna use those. Those are 25. I have, yeah, right? I have those set for 10, 20, 25. I'm not gonna do that today because I don't think any of these moves, I'm not gonna do that. So, I don't want this to be too loud. I'm just gonna get going here. If you did not do any kind of movement before playing this video, I would suggest getting in a little warm up, nothing crazy, you know, loosen up those joints, get your body moving. You can do some high knees, some jumping jacks, some walking in place, some marches, some knee to elbow, whatever you need to warm up that beautiful body. And then we can get to these movements. So here I go. It's 30 minutes, full body. I'm gonna start with rows. And you start with whatever weight you think you need. And I think there's 3 sets of each move. So then if you want to go up in weight, then you can. Feel your movement, enjoy your movement. And just be in the best place to your ability today without judgment. All right, squat to press. I think I'm gonna stay with these. And if you ever feel that you pick something and it's like too heavy or it hurts or it's uncomfortable, like too uncomfortable, you know, just switch it out. You don't need to stay with the same weight. Remember, you're in control of choosing what serves you. Going back to the rows. Remember, you can choose how slow you do this movement. You can pause at the most difficult part of that movement. Challenge yourself. Squat to press. I suggest any movement you do, you tighten up that core. All right. Going to our last set of these. I'm going to still continue with the same weight. Instead of increasing it, really gonna try to focus on the form, the pause. For me, the most challenging part is keeping that dumbbell here when we lift it. So take a little pause there. So for one more. Again, I'll stay with the same weight for these. Just focus more on my form. Make sure you're pushing up those heels. Nice tight core. Slow it down. Really feel each movement. All right, we have a 30-second rest now instead of a 15 seconds. As usual, it's important to stay moving. Have my little lemon ginger water, a little salt. All right, we're gonna use this kettlebell. Get into our plank, pull it from the opposite side. You can always come down to your knees in this plank. Really press through those palms. Tighten up the core. And take your time. There's no need to rush. All right, going into the Russian twist. I'm gonna use the same weight. This is only 10 pounds. You can keep your feet on the ground if you want, twisting, or maybe you wanna challenge yourself a little bit more. Keep your heels off the ground. Maybe you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. Straighten the leg. So you have options. Going back to the pull-throughs, I'm gonna see what it's like with this one. What is this? This is 15. It's just so big that I feel like it gets in the way, but let's try it. I'm gonna try not to turn my body too much. Really go under that arm, keeping the balance. Breathe. Remember to keep yourself in that mindset of, I can do this. All right, should we go with the 15 or the 10? Let's see. I think I'm gonna stay with the 10. So I don't want it to be too crazy. This one, I'm still like practicing with my form. And I don't believe you need such a heavy weight. You're twisting, breathing, still tight core. And for the planks, I'll stay with the 15. All right, get into that plank, whichever you choose. Plant that palm firmly into the mat. Reach through. Can even place it a little more out to the side to challenge yourself. Woo! All right, going back to that Russian twist. And sometimes I might might not follow exactly what the app suggests. So if you really like these workouts, I do suggest that you get your CrossRope's, get your app, and follow the best program that suits you in the moment. So I feel these programs are really great. All right, we're gonna go into chops. So I'm gonna grab a dumbbell. So let's go with this 12. All right, so we're coming from high to low on the opposite side. Pick up that heel, that opposite heel. Again, always keeping the core nice and tight and controlling the weight, not swinging the weight. Try to get those exhales on the twist. And go to the other side. You could do this without a weight. You don't need the weight. So it's all up to you what you want to do today. Remember, whatever you choose, it's okay. Just remember, allow it to serve you. Serve your purpose today of your movement. What is the purpose of your movement today? And it always helps to enjoy what you're doing. Always helps to enjoy your movement. Find ways to enjoy your movement. If it's something that's really tough and you're like, I really don't want to do this, but I know that I need this, then find a way to enjoy it. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's movement with a loved one. Maybe it's following a video like this. Maybe it's movement outdoors. Maybe it's just practicing discipline, knowing that discipline is what's gonna get you the results. That's gonna get you to your purpose of movement. And if the weight becomes too heavy, you can always lighten the weight. When I get my workout space, my workout studio, I'm gonna make sure I have mirrors everywhere. So that everywhere I look, I can see my form, see my amazing self, the amazing abilities that I have been given. Coming soon. All right. Other side. And then we'll be done with this move. Just remember to control the weight. That nice, powerful exhale at the twist. Stay present in this moment. Feel what you feel in your body. All right. Let's do a little sip, sip, and a rest, rest. Shake it out. Squat tops with the kettlebell. So I'm gonna use this one. This is a 25. So we're just basically squatting and tapping. I'm gonna try to see my feeties here. I can't really see everything in this small mirror, so just doing my best here. Try to sit into that squat. Keep the chest up and tap, not bang it, Melissa. Just trying to make sure also that those knees are following where the toes are. Direction, okay. Whew. All right, we're gonna go with 15 for this one. Even though this one feels a little slippery. So we're squatting and then lifting this up. Maybe I'll try with a heavier weight. This one's like so slippery. I like to inhale as I come down. Maybe I can turn the kettlebell around. Literally following what he's doing. Maybe I'll try with that one, I don't know. I can even do it with a regular weight too. Back to these squat taps. So I have my feet a little angled outwards just because for me, that is more comfortable. I feel like this might be slippery too. No. Like, let me try with this. Let's see. Okay. This might be better so it's not slipping because we're also looking for safety. And we don't want to be focused on, oh my gosh, the kettlebell's slipping. So you gotta come up with your own variations. You don't have to follow everything perfectly. Because in the end, nobody's in your body. You are the one experiencing what you're doing right now. All right, last time with these. Let's try to make it best ones ever. Remember, it's only 30 seconds each movement. So, you gotta be really intentional. When you have these short workouts, I mean, not that you shouldn't every time, but it's only 30 minutes. And each move is only 30 seconds. So really, if you're gonna do something, do it. Do it to the best of your ability in this moment. Let's see if I can go up a little bit higher. At least this is on the focus on that slipping. Just holding the weight and pushing it up. Nice inhale at the bottom. Exhale at that press. Push through the heels. Keep that chest forward. Just like that, We're on to the next block of work. Take a sip of water. Woo. Okay. Right, front to lateral raise. So I'm gonna go with the 8s because I feel like I'm feeling okay. But if I have to go down half of this weight, I will. I'm gonna take my time, not rush the movement. Keep that core nice and tight. So important. We use it for everything. We use it when we think we're not using it. And if you have a lighter weight, okay, the curls. If you have a lighter weight, just slow the movement down. That's a way to get better and get stronger. So these, we're doing this bicep curl and then turning it around the palms as you come down. Switch the palm direction, face down, face up, face down. Again, really trying to control the weight. I'm not gonna go up in weight for these. I feel like if it was a regular bicep curl, maybe for the last one we'll go up a little bit. But these lateral and front raises, I'm gonna stay with my 8. I'm not gonna go up. I feel like this is a good challenging weight for this movement for me. I feel like if I go to the 4, it's gonna become easier. Yes, I can slow it down. I'm just gonna stay with this one. Only because it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And you can choose to put the weights down or just walk back and forth holding the weights. Make this 30 minutes worth your time. Use it. Engage those muscles, right? It's not the weight. It's also you engaging. Make that muscle. Okay, this is the last round. I'm gonna stay with this weight. Going to our front. And another thing for this move, if you feel like you're coming backwards in your body, you can bring your foot behind you to kind of keep you stable. If you feel like you're moving your body all around. Sometimes we kind of lean back in order to bring the weight up. All right, I'm gonna try to go up a little bit of pounds here for these other ones. A couple of pounds. Let's see. A couple of pounds makes a difference. This part I'm okay. This part is where, and even a regular bicep curl at this moment with 10 little pounds is challenging. But what the heck, right? We're about 6 minutes away from ending the workout. It's okay to get a little push for a little bit more. Okay, here we're breaking. I'm gonna get my water. we're going to my favorite one, the halos. I just love that move. You could use a kettlebell. I'm gonna try with a kettlebell first, because that's what the app says. So here we're trying to keep everything else still, except for that kettlebell, these arms, these elbows. So I'm trying to not move anything else. Trying not to move from side to side or front to back. All right, kettlebell press. Stay with this weight. I think it's an okay weight. I'm gonna just stay with these. Oh, this is pressing in. Let me see. Hopefully it doesn't slip. We'll check it out right now. This one doesn't slip that much, maybe because it's a lighter weight. All right, so let me try to have it. She has it nice and straight, the kettlebell. And she's just kind of lifting it, not over her head. But just up. So I guess that's like slightly in front, right? Ooh, this is a good challenging one. I'm gonna stay with this weight. Definitely, it's good enough, especially at the end of the workout. All right, here we go. My favorite halos, halos. Again, with any of these standing arm movements, if you need to stagger your feet, you can. Tightening of that core, reminding myself to try not to move any other part of my body. It's tough. You know what? And in your break, forgot, this is a nice simple move that we could be doing while we're waiting. All right, let's press up, above. Again, we don't have to rush these movements, especially if you feel like you don't have a heavy enough weight. You just don't have that at home. Just really slow the movement down. Let's go with these. Let's go with these. Make sure you don't drop it. I don't know which way it went last time. All right, here we go. We're going into our last round of this movement. And then we're in for a mega challenge. I won't tell you what it is yet. Did it? I feel like this was one of last week's workouts. Woo! Stay active. 30 minutes of exercise. All right, press it up. Be intentional with your movement. Be mindful of what you're doing. I'm really feeling this right now with this 10 pounds. And again, you can do this with no weight. Just engage your muscles and move. All right, let's really use this rest because we're gonna need it. For plank up downs, that's what's next. So, starting to clean up. Clean up, clean up. Drink a little sip of water. This is the last thing. And feel free to switch up this plank movement. We're here for 1 minute and 30 seconds. If that's too much, we can switch it up. I like to alternate which arm comes down. Don't have to rush. Like, I already want to stop. There was a time when I did planks every day, and it was great. Now, I don't do the planks every day, and when I do them, I feel like I'm very challenged. Very challenged. Feel free to come to your knees as well, or stay in that still plank. 30 seconds. We did it! Dripping sweat, struggle and all, it is done. And I'm happy I pushed through, happy I pressed play. I used to do beach body workouts before. I love, they always say that. Just press play. Aren't you happy you pressed play? Beachbody, they're good. They have a lot of good programs. I wanted to do one that just came out, but I also don't want to overwhelm myself with too many things like I'm known to do. Sometimes less is more. A lot of times less is more. Most times less is more. But yeah, that was one of the ways that I started getting into fitness. I became a Beachbody coach. And I was so determined to get people to move their body. And the only thing I didn't like about doing that was that I didn't want to feel like I was pushing people, because the way you do is you get associated with them, and then you get people to get the membership, you know? And it's like, although you're doing something wonderful for somebody, you're inviting them to a place where they have so many different programs to follow that there has to be at least 1, 2, 3, 10 that will serve you and that you will enjoy, like I promise you. But a lot of times people felt like, oh, or maybe I felt that people, I think that's what it was. I felt that people thought that I just wanted them to be part so that I can make money. And that really was not my intention. My intention was, I wanted people to be happy and move their body. I wanted them to see the results that they wanted to see. I wanted their emotions to have a change up. I wanted their energy to change. I wanted them to feel healthy, not just act healthy, but just feel it. And I really felt that with all my heart, like I do now. I still feel like that now. I still feel like that now. And I know that on this long journey that feels like I should have been somewhere, lots of times I get in that mindset, I should have been doing this. Why am I not doing this? But everything is a process. Everything happens the way it happens. And I'm not blaming the universe, and I'm not blaming nobody. This is my journey. I made choices. My choices led me to where I am. And I choose to believe that I am where I am supposed to be today with the experiences that I've had. And that's what makes me who I am. It doesn't dictate who I am, but it's put me in this position. I put myself in this position here today, talking like if you were standing right there. But yeah, part of my story. And but Beachbody is good too. Love it. Love those. I love that membership. It's a great membership to have. Anyways, that was day 22. And that was me yapping as usual. Daily yap. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Tomorrow, of course, is going to be day 23. We're going to do endurance, it says there. So it's just going to be rope. Getting closer to day 30. And then what comes next? I don't know. But I'm going to think of right now. And that's what's important, is just be here today and now. All right. So see ya. Have a great, blessed, beautiful day.